up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. Let me make sure this shit is on, child. Is it on? Is this bitch recording? What's up, y'all? Well, shout out to T.S. Madison. Have y'all seen T.S. Madison's show on Fox Soul? I saw the first episode with Miss Cherry the Boom, honey. It was good. It was good. I was so proud of Madison. But the only thing is, I was thinking about, the only thing is that they sound like they're in a studio. Something's wrong with the sound again. I don't know what's going on. But it sounds like there's it's not is it an echo? It's not an echo, but you can hear the words hitting against the walls, basically. That was the only critique that I had. Everything else I loved. I love her trying to get dressed, trying to get that damn outfit on. I didn't see the last episode this last week. I think she said she had Nivea on there, so I'm not sure, but I love that Maddie is doing her thing. She is actually entering into the realm of where she wants to be. Like, of course, she started her own shit and she still has her own stuff, but to be on a different show with sponsors and advertisers and stuff like that, I love it. So shout out to T.S. Madison, the T.S. All right, so let's go. Speaking of T.S. Madison, as soon as I refresh my page on Instagram, she's the top one. She's the top diva. The grand diva. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we are. Okay, so we left off on, who did we leave off on? Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. So we got a couple of hot topics to do, and then we are going to do Ladies Who List, because I already told you that I watched that. So let's go through our thing. So we left off, who did we leave off on? Jennifer Huff, voluntary dismissing her harassment lawsuit against Nicki Minaj. So we already talked about that. It says, this is from Baller Alert. Thousands of New York prisoners collected $34 million in COVID relief funds. So I saved that because I was like, the headline itself to me doesn't even make sense. So thousands of New York prisoners collected $34 million in COVID relief funds. Now, here's the thing. That $34 million, I haven't even read the whole thing. But that $34 million that was given to them, if there's anybody who needs bail, that money should have been used to bail them out. Right? Because isn't that a big thing? That the people are in jail. A lot of those people just have a bail that they can't pay, and they've been sitting there forever. So okay, so let's read it here. It says, well, damn. Even people behind bars are getting pandemic money. New York State records report thousands of its inmates made out with $34 million in relief funds. The New York Post reported that inmates received 26,232 stimulus checks while incarcerated in New York State's prisons. Some got lucky twice and received more than one stimulus check over the 2 years between Trump and Biden. It's strange. It's double dipping. You can make money while in prison. What's wrong with you? Councilman Robert Holden said. The taxpayers are paying for the housing and food of inmates, and you guys aren't taking care of them. Huh? Yes, we are paying our tax dollars for inmates, and y'all are not taking care of them. Y'all are not rehabilitating people. Huh? Okay. The money should go back to the taxpayers who are paying for their incarceration. No, I think the money should go towards people who need to be bailed out. If we're going to use the money, $34 million, or put it on their fucking books. The U.S. has about 1.4 million inmates. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a big business, isn't it? It's a big fucking business. And how dare they get money while you're making money off of them? And last year, the federal government sent out $783.5 million in stimulus checks to inmates under President Biden's American Rescue Plan. However, the amount likely exceeds $1 billion because inmates were also entitled to stimulus funds under the 2020 pandemic relief package that Congress and former President Trump passed on. Girl, either put the money on their books. How dare you? How dare you say, oh, the taxpayers pay a lot of money. It's like double dipping. No, it's not. Do y'all think it's double dipping? I don't think it's double dipping. I think you should give that money to the people. Let them keep it on their books. At least they'll have some money. And you know what? Y'all not doing nothing for them people. Y'all not doing. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I know people should be in jail for things that they've done wrong. I feel like violent offenders. I'm not completely on board with prison abolitionists, especially because where do you put the violent degenerates that terrorize our communities? Where do they go? Where do they go? Who terrorize communities, go in, come out, go in, come out. They haven't been rehabilitated. What do you do with those people? How dare he say, it's strange, it's double dipping. You can make money while in prison. The taxpayers are paying for housing and the food of inmates. Yeah, and I heard that the food ain't shit. Of course, the housing ain't shit. Now, I know they're supposed to be on punishment, but goddamn. Child. Anyway, Tiffany Haddish allegedly falling asleep at the wheel facing a DUI charge. Girl, what? This is according to TMZ. Tiffany Haddish, this is the Shade Room. And I never really report from the Shade Room because they like to post things that cause chaos and confusion. But this just so happened to be in the, what do you call it? For Us? What do they call it? Explore page. Okay, girl. According to TMZ, Tiffany Haddish was arrested early this morning in Fayette County, Georgia, and is facing a DUI charge after authorities say she was dozing off in the driver's seat. Peachtree City police officers responded to a call after receiving a description of her vehicle. Report shows that she posted a 1,666 to bond out at 6:30 a.m. Well, was she driving? Because if she was asleep, maybe she was falling asleep. Girl, pull over. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Like I be telling folks, if you feel like you drunk or whatever, one, there are too many avenues, too many ride sharing opportunities out there for you to use. There is no reason in this day and age of electric cars that you should be driving drunk. Period. Just like that guy who killed that girl and her dog in the car, that football player. I don't remember his name. There's no reason why you should have been driving drunk. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. There's no excuse. There's no excuse that you can tell me that would be valid enough for someone getting behind the wheel after they've been drinking. Let me tell you something. I've done it. I'm not gonna act like I haven't, honey. I've been so drunk before driving home. I look back and ask myself, did the people who allowed me to leave, did they fuck with me? Did they really care about me? Because how the fuck I gotta drive like this, bitch? I have driven home like this, one eye open, because I couldn't focus with two eyes, bitch. I was so drunk that I only could see clearly. That's how drunk I was. I could only see clearly with one motherfucking eye, bitch. So every time I think about the times that I was around my friends and they actually like allowed me to get in the car and drive home drunk instead of saying, stay here, spend the night, leave in the morning. I always think about that. Like literally I have driven from Culver City to Hollywood like this. Okay. Exactly. Lessons learned. Pull your ass over, sleep it off, lock your car, sleep it off, go somewhere. The best place to go, look, I don't know. The best place to go and park is a hospital. Go to a hospital parking lot. If you can find a hospital, something like some place where it's like just go there, because it's always going to be people coming in and out, in and out, in and out. It's not going to be like you're by yourself on some street alone. But you may not be able to find a hospital. Pull your car over, turn the lights off, everything, lay your seat back, lock the doors, and chill. And text somebody and let them know I've pulled over. I'm too drunk. I'm serious. There's no reason why somebody with her access and resource should be driving, and whoever allowed her to leave them while she was intoxicated, shame on you. Shame on you. I know all of the blame don't need to be, but shame on you. If you cared about your friend, you wouldn't have allowed them to leave as drunk as they were. Like I said the other day, people may have not thought I was super, super drunk, because again, when I used to get shit faced, you couldn't tell. The diva, honey, you couldn't tell, right? Now, I'm not taking pride in that, but you couldn't tell that the diva was drunk. So maybe that's why they let me leave, because they like, oh, she all right, she fine, but baby, I'll be driving like this, seeing out of one eye, because opening two eyes made everything like dun 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 dun. Seriously, from Culver City, driving down the Santa Monica Freeway all the way to the 101 to go to Hollywood. Culver City to Hollywood. Terrible, huh? So shout out to Tiffany Haddish. Hopefully she'll be all right. Kanye explains his reasons for moving next door to Kim. Next door to what? Kanye West explains his reasons for moving next door to home he once shared with Kim Kardashian.
Seeing my kids and getting a solid schedule. That's why I even got the house. You know, they flipped it in the media like there was something wrong with me getting a house next to my kid. You see, when my mom took me from Atlanta.
Here, I don't even want to listen to Kanye. Let me tell you something. I'm all for families living in neighborhoods. The house I grew up on, there was one family. They had 3 houses on the same street. The grandmother's house, the son's house up the street, and then it was another house. How many houses did they live on that street? Oh, and then there was one down a little bit more. I don't know who it was. I think the sister of the grandmother or something like that. It was like the sister of the grandmother, and then her son with his family lived a little ways up. I lived on the street that I lived on when I grew up. That street was the length of the street wasn't even a quarter mile long. I lived on a small street in the hills in East LA, honey. And families live on the same block. I'm all for that. I love it. I think families should be close together. I hated the fact when my father moved to Santa Clarita, my aunt moved to Lake Elsinore, other aunt moved to Rancho Cucamonga. Everybody was spread out. There's just no community. And so it makes it hard for people to commune because everybody lives so far away. And it's like, who wants to drive all that way just to sit up under people? Anyways, but the thing is, I believe that, first of all, he already had a house in the neighborhood and he sold it. Somebody with his mental capacity, I don't want you living across the street from me, because I don't feel that you are doing it for the children. I feel like it is a way to intimidate me and me moving on with my life. That's how I feel what Kanye is doing. And I feel the children are going to play a big role in the tactics in his art of war. I feel like it. I hope he doesn't. I promise I hope he doesn't. But I feel like Kanye is going to start moving real fucking weird. More weird than he's already moving. Moving the house across the street, traipsing this unmoisturized girl around town who has a 5-month-old and a drug-addicted alcoholic baby daddy and unpaid bills. Girl, you moving fucking crazy. Kanye, I said, that's who I'm talking to. I ain't talking to Julia. Julia's moving to where the money is. She said she had unpaid bills. She's doing what the fuck she's supposed to do. Find a lollipop and lick his ass. That's what she's doing, honey. And you could talk about me in the media all you want to, but these bills is getting paid that this white, drunk, alcoholic baby daddy left. So here it swoops in. Let me shut up. I was about to go. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. So He explains why he moved across the street. I don't give a fuck the reason why. I think it's trash. That's all I had to say about it. Okay. Nike reportedly plans to fire all unvaccinated employees who are not exempt on January 15th. This is from Front Office Sports on Twitter. Nike will be firing unvaccinated employees this weekend, per the Oregonian. The company has a C19 mandate in place since October and will reportedly terminate employment for those without an exemption on Saturday. Per the email to a Nike employee last week, you failed to complete the verification process and our records show you do not have an exemption. As a result, you are not in compliance with the policy and your employment is scheduled to be terminated January 15th. It says Nike CEO John Donahoe stated, "We have mandated immunizations and have a very high response rate to that. So we're ready to come back in a hybrid work environment when that's safe." I have two things. One, I think it's unreasonable to make someone have an immunization. But two, it is a privately owned company and they can do what they want. That's all I have to say. I think it's fucked up, but it's privately owned and they can do what they want. They can create mandates and say that as a condition of employment, you have to have this done. And if you don't, you get fired. You can go find employment elsewhere. This is our rules. These are our policies. You don't want to follow the policy? That's fine. You don't have to follow the policy. You just won't be employed here. I think it's fucked up, but I don't know what else to say. I think it's messed up. I think it's messed up. I don't know what kind of incentives these companies are getting to mandate immunizations, but I think it's messed up. A lot of people are losing their jobs because of it. But guess what? There are a lot of companies who will hire you who don't require that. So get your resumes together. Get your resumes together. Update your resumes and get to finding jobs. And you can, hey, let me tell you something. These people are hiring people. You can work remote. They're also hiring people with like hiring bonuses and stuff like that because people are actually like, okay, you want to play these games with me? I'll quit. And it's, it's fine because like a lot of companies, a majority of companies, very rare would you find a company who actually cares about the human that they pay. They only care that you're like an actual like little worker in their company. They don't really care about the humanity of the person. Trust me, they don't. So you just have to find a place where they care about the people that work. But, when you are a corporation as large as that, you can set a mandate and there will be people affected by it, but the people can go on and find other jobs. I just think it's BS. I really do. I do not think that it's fair. I don't think it's fair. And at the same time, it's a private company. And if I had a private company and I said, here are the rules of the company, and you don't follow the rules, then you got to go. You don't have to do there's a lot of people, they said that the girl, the little gnat with the fake titties running around Orange County with the blinged out cell phone purse, they said that she's getting released because she won't get her immunization to film. Release her, honey, to the dogs because we don't like Nicole. Mm-mm. I have never disliked a character on the show that has not said or done anything. Like she hasn't even said probably 3 sentences since I've seen her. Has she do she talk or does she just hover over shoulders, looking over, trying to figure out when to jump in the conversation? I cannot stand that, Nicole. But I saw a report online the other day saying that she won't get the immunization, so she might be released from her duties. So let's hope. Let's hope. Uh, let's see. What else we got? Oh, this is a story that I saw on Hollywood Unlocked. A homeless man attacks a good Samaritan who gave him a coat on a New York City sidewalk. It said, oh, wait a minute. It says, surveillance video shows a good Samaritan being attacked on a midtown sidewalk Wednesday morning after he gives a homeless man his coat. The attack began, I need to have the camera here, huh? I mean, the words here. That's how they do it on TV. The attack began when the 59-year-old victim tried to assist Xavier Israel, 25, who was laying on the ground in front of 476 Fifth Avenue at about 8:40 a.m. Right after the victim gently wraps Israel with his jacket, Israel kicks to his feet and seems to push the man to the ground before yanking the wallet from his back pocket, according to footage collected by the Post. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you this. Y'all frame it as this good Samaritan walking up while the man's intentions were to take his jacket off and to wrap it around this man. That man laying down on the floor does not know that the person touching him is trying to put a jacket on him. He probably thought someone was trying to rob him and then reacted in kind. I don't know who you are. If I'm laying on the ground asleep, trying to rest because I done had a hard night, I'm out here with no house, and I'm laying down, getting some rest, and you come up to me with your good Samaritan hands and put them on me, and I can't see what you're trying to do, guess what we're about to do? We are about to fight because I'm already in survival mode. And as soon as you touch me, I don't know that you mean good by me if you're touching me. I can't see what you're trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to lay over me. What are you trying to lay over me? Why didn't you stand up over the man and say, hey, sir, I have a jacket. Would you like it? Announce yourself. I don't know who you are touching me. I'm about to fight. I don't think the man was wrong. Now, he taking the wallet, that was a little too much. A lot of people in the comments are like, see, that's why I don't help homeless people and this and that. That man did not know that man was putting a jacket on him. I can guarantee you that. You putting your hand, can you imagine laying down, even if you're laying in the bed and somebody is like putting their hands on you, you're going to look up and be like, what are you doing? Especially on the street, right? I saw it that way. I was like, he probably did not know this man was, he probably did not know. He did not know this man was putting a jacket on him. And he responded in survival mode. What is it? Fight or flight? And he fought. And he took his wallet. That's the part where I was like, okay, dude, you did the most. But I don't know what you're trying to do to me. That's how I felt about the situation. What did y'all think? Did y'all see it? I'm going to show it to y'all. I'll show it to y'all so you can see. That poor man, the dude took his wallet, though. He was trying to get his wallet back. Look, okay, the man's walking down the street. He takes his jacket off slowly. Now see, he puts it on him and then he puts his hands like towards his back to kind of like flatten out the jacket. And then that's when dude came up, because what are you doing? Now I can see if you just laid the jacket on me and just kept it moving, but you don't touch me. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you come from, know what you're trying to do. That's how I feel about it. Okay, what else? It was something else that I saw. Oh, Bank of America cuts overdraft fees and eliminates insufficient funds fees, the Jasmine brand. According to ABC7, Bank of America slashed the amount it charges customers when they spend more than they have in their accounts, and plans to eliminate entirely its fees for bounce checks. It's the latest move to roll back overdraft fees that long charge members, fees that often amount to hundreds of dollars a year for frequent overdraft users. And it doesn't make sense. You're charging me for not having money. You're going to charge me for not having money. So where are you going to get the money from after you charge me, if you charging me for not having it? See, that's when like things that like common sense comes into play, like in offices, right? When you're sitting amongst people in the office at the damn Bank of America conference room, right? And we're like, you know what? We're going to start charging people who write checks that they don't have enough money in their account. So we're going to start charging them. Somebody should have said, I have a question. What sense does it make, or this is how you say it, how is it beneficial for us as a company to charge people for not having money? Anyone want to answer that? Like, that's the type of people that you need in boardrooms. Someone with some goddamn common sense, because it's a greedy ass move to charge somebody for not having money. It's very greedy. And somebody in there needs to remember the human, right? Now, I know people do stuff intentionally, write bad checks intentionally, knowing they don't have any fucking money. But to charge somebody for not having money, to me, I feel like if you continue to do that, we're just going to close your account because you're making us lose money. I'm not going to charge you more money for not having money. All I'm going to do is just close your account because you don't have the money anyway. Or limit your account to where you can't write checks on your account. You can only use a debit card. And you can't make withdrawals. So you can only use this card. And if you have money in your account, you can use this card. You can use it to pay bills. You can use it to shop. It's what you have on this card is what you can use. And if you don't have it, you can't write checks. You can't withdraw from your account. You can only use that card. That's how you fix that. I don't understand anybody sitting in a room who thought of overdraft fees that was a good idea. It doesn't make any sense. And you actually, as a company, put yourself in the hole when you're charging something that the person can't pay back. Now you got to write off all that money. Y'all tired of writing off all that money? Y'all tired? Because it don't make sense either. It says, in the latest move to roll back the overdraft fees they long charge customers, fees that often amount to hundreds of dollars a year for frequent overdraft users, the bank will cut the overdraft fees it charges to $10 from $35. They were charging people $35. Now they're charging $10 as of May, starting in May. It will also stop charging fees for non-sufficient funds, which are levied when it rejects a transaction, better known as bouncing a check. While checks are no longer widely used, non-sufficient fund fees can come out of automated payments like utility bills. Bank of America says roughly 25% of its overdraft non-sufficient fund fee revenue each year came from non-sufficient fund fees. Overdraft fees typically come when someone makes a purchase on a debit card that exceeds the available cash in their account. That's how I feel about it. That was from the Jasmine brand. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. So what do y'all think about that? Baby, I think it's crazy. The overdraft fee idea is crazy. That's how I think. Anyways, y'all let me know, okay? All right, let's do another video, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. We're going to come back with another video. We got like 3 videos today, like 3 or 4 videos today. All right, take care of each other. Peace.